Hey guys, it's Brennan here back with a brand new video, and today I'll be sharing my top 5 features in iOS 10. So Apple's VP of Software Engineering called iOS 10, quote, the biggest iOS release ever. Let's not keep you waiting any longer. Let's go ahead and get into the top 5 features of iOS 10. So the first feature comes in the app that you use the absolute most, the Messages app. And my favorite features in iOS 10 within the Messages app is iMessage apps and the support of rich links. So iMessage apps basically allows developers to build extensions that you can use from the app drawer, which is this right here, this little app icon down here at the bottom. That's called the app drawer. So you'll soon be able to send money with Square, you can order food with DoorDash, and maybe thousands of other possibilities once developers start developing for this drawer. So for now, there's just 4 options. So let me go ahead and tap on this and I'll show you. You get these right here. So it's really only 3 options. 4 is recents, but that's not really an option. So you have Images, Apple Music, and Classic Mac. So Classic Mac basically allows you to send these old retro icons as basically like emojis. So let me just go ahead and send this one just to show you how it is. So that's how it shows up. Pretty cool. I can't see myself ever using that, honestly, but it's pretty cool that's in there. You can also have Images. And this is basically taken away from Gboard. So seeing this basically made me delete Gboard, which is the Google keyboard, instantly. So you can basically see all these GIFs that you can send and they will play in line. Or you can also search, you can also search these. You can go up here and I'll type in Drake, for example. And you can just send one of these GIFs just by tapping on it. And there you go, and it plays in line right there within the message. This is really cool, and again, this is something that takes away from Gboard. There's also predictive text for emojis, so you can also, if you type in like cow is hungry for pizza, that is very random. But once you finish up the sentence, if you go ahead and tap on the emoji icon, it will actually highlight the words that can use emojis. So if you tap on that, it turns it to a cow. If you tap on that, it turns it into a pizza. You can go ahead and send that. So that's pretty cool. Again, something that was in Gboard and previous other keyboard applications, but still a pretty cool touch. So the second part of this feature is the rich link. So if I go ahead and paste in a link right here, I'm just going to a home page. You could do this with any page, but I'm just going to do the home page of ESPN. You can see it brings up a preview image and also some preview text. So this is basically just like rich snippets in Google. If you're familiar with that, it basically brings up this image and preview for every link. That way there's no more guessing, if this link is safe to click on, or, it's basically just makes it a lot simpler. It's not an ugly link in your message. You can also play images and Apple Music from within the application. So here's something I sent earlier. You can actually play that from right within. All you have to do is copy the Apple Music link. And also videos. You can go up and you can see this is a YouTube video that was copied. You can just go ahead and play that YouTube video straight from within the Messages app. So this is really cool, and this is going to save a lot of time. And this is going to save a lot of time of switching between apps. Everything's going to play right inside the Messages app. So the second feature in iOS 10 is Siri integration with third-party apps. Now this is a huge deal, and this is something that was rumored for a long time. So you will now be able to use Siri to control third-party applications and settings, which opens a whole new world of opportunities for Siri. So now you can tell Siri to send a WhatsApp message to Brian or to send $10 to Johnny via Apple Pay for a bet you lost. So right now, the third-party app support for Siri is including messaging, ride-sharing, photo search, workouts, and payments for things like Square Cash and Alipay. But we can expect a whole bunch of other things to be integrated with Siri. So expect a new video on that when these integrations are live, which is probably going to be when the public version of iOS 10 gets released. So the third new feature in iOS 10 is probably my favorite feature of all, and this is Memories. So let's go to the Photos application and show you what Memories is all about. So as you can see down there in the bottom center, that tab, that is a new tab called Memories. And basically Memories allows you to group photos together to create amazing montages, complete with music and all. And basically you don't have to do anything. It creates it all for you. So you really have to do no work unless you really just don't like the output. So here's a personal example. As you can see, Turks and Caicos, I put that there. That's the name of the album, but you can actually change that within the settings. I'll show that in a second. But I went to Turks and Caicos earlier this year, and so I created a photo album, and that's literally all I had to do. The Memories feature, the Photos app, did the rest. So let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. Pretty cool, right? So that was the short version. As you can see down here, there's also a medium. So if I didn't like the length of that and I wanted it to be longer, obviously I didn't want to do the long one for the sake of this video, but if you were sending this to people, you would probably want to do medium. And if you didn't like the vibe of that music, you can actually change that here, and you can also change how the text looks on there. So as you can see, the text changing right there. And for more settings, you can go down here to the settings tab, and it will allow you to change the title, the music, it'll show you the duration, and you can actually edit the photos you want in there as well. So you can take some photos out by deleting, or just click the little plus sign to add more photos into the montage. So that is memories. That is one of my favorite features probably ever included in iOS, because it's just, I take a lot of pictures and videos, and it is just so great for reliving vacations, or if you've been to a wedding or just any special event, it's just great for reliving that. And it's also just fantastic for people that don't have access to programs like Final Cut, so they can never create something like this before, and this gives them a whole new opportunity to do so. My fourth favorite feature in iOS 10 is the redesigned lock screen. So if we go ahead and swipe from left to right, we will be presented with a bunch of valuable information straight from these customizable widgets. So as you can see, the time is up in the top right corner. That just looks really nice. We have the search up there. We can even do voice search. Down here we have our weather, our calendar, some app suggestions, our news, the calendar, reminders, our stocks. We can check and see that my Braves lost today. We can start playing some music, and we can also add some more. So if we go ahead and tap that edit button, put in our Touch ID password, you can see right here you can add widgets. So if I wanted to add something, I'll just say I just added Amazon, and then I'll scroll down to the bottom. You can see Amazon is right there, so you can see your orders straight from your lock screen. And if we swipe from right to left, you get access to the camera where you can take some pictures or record videos. And if we swipe up, we can see the new control center, and swipe over here, we can see our music playing. So my fifth and final favorite feature of iOS 10 is the new design and features within the Maps application. So Maps will now proactively offer alternate routes in real time and will show if there's traffic ahead. So this all happens in real time, and it will show you how much time you save if you decide to take one of those alternate routes. And perhaps the biggest feature in the Maps application in iOS 10 is that Maps now have extensions, which means that developers can integrate their apps with Maps. So this means that you can make a reservation with OpenTable straight from Maps. You can also request and pay for an Uber, all without leaving the Maps application. Not to mention this great new look and the fact that gas stations now show up on the map. So if you use Maps a lot like me, you will love this new facelift. So there you have it, guys, my favorite features in iOS 10. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more new videos on iOS 10, Apple related news, or if you just like the sound of my voice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.